so there's this whole question that's come up now in behavioral economics, about nudges. How and to what extent should the government be allowed to try to help you make the decisions that someone thinks would be good for you? And I certainly don't have answers to that, but lots of the design of markets influences the kind of choices that people make. And if we find markets repugnant and forbid them, then sometimes we don't even offer those choices. So market design and the design of markets, thinking about how they're designed and how to design them, touches on almost every aspect of our collective life. And one of my hopes in writing the book is that it would be a field guide to markets a little bit, that would open your eyes to the variety of different markets that you participate in, some of which don't look like traditional markets, but are very, very important. Where you go to school, what job you get, who you marry, how you get medical care. So I hope you enjoy the book. Thank you.
The markets that you talk about in the book and ones you've been involved in are ones that, just haven't emerged or even evolved, but they're ones, as you say, you've used the word design. And for lay people, that can connote a thing of, oh, well, I see, you've got a whole lot of people making decisions that are very important to them, and you're coming down like some deity and saying these are the rules that you should follow. And so I was wondering, given you've done that a few times, how did you get into that sort of God-making activity?
So I don't think about it that way. All markets have rules, even markets that are very, very decentralized. So I've played a role in the labor markets for how doctors get jobs, for how economists get jobs. But economists got jobs even before I played a role, and doctors got jobs even before I played a role. And sometimes it was hard, and so it was hard for them to get good jobs. One of the things I did, so American doctors and Canadian doctors both get jobs through first jobs, residencies, house officer positions, through a centralized clearinghouse that I helped design. It uses something called the Roth-Parenson algorithm. And Elliot Parenson runs a company called National Matching Services. I had dinner with him last night because the national in National Matching Services turns out to mean Canada. His company is here in Toronto. And one of the problems that we had in the labor market for doctors was it's had a clearinghouse for a long time, and the reason it had a clearinghouse was to solve problems of thickness and congestion. It was formed in the 1950s. In the 1950s, I don't know as intimately the Canadian history, so let me tell you about the U.S. history. In the 1950s, something close to 100% of the graduates of American medical schools were men. But by 1970, about 10% were women, and today it's 50% are women. And medical students are very busy. So one of the things they can barely find time to do is marry each other. And when they have married each other, they're looking for two jobs, not one. And that's hard to do. They want to find two jobs in the same city. And various mechanisms were proposed that worked pretty badly for that. So what we did is one of the things we did is we made it easier for married couples to find jobs together. And that's not godlike. That's helpful, because the iron law of marriage is you can't be happier than your spouse. So when you're looking for two jobs, you need to find two good jobs, jobs that will make you both happy.